Hello everyone. Let's talk about the resources of Asia continent. So in Asia, we have already discussed the physiographic divisions, the physiographic features, important islands and the seas surrounding the continent Asia. We talked about in the last video about the rivers of Asia. Now we'll see the important resources, especially the mineral resources which are found in the continent Asia. So, as always, we'll start with the energy resources. So, in the energy resource, the most important resource is coal deposits. So, let's draw the map roughly. Black Sea region, and then over here, Caspian Sea, and then over here, Ural Mountains. Okay, so first we'll talk about the coal deposits. So, China is abundantly rich in coal deposits. So if you know, this part is Mongolia, which is sandwiched between Russia and China, China from the south and Russia from the north. So this region of below Mongolia is known as Inner Mongolia. So this Inner Mongolia belongs to China, is part of China. And uske in and around there is a region called this side में. This region is called Shanxi or Sangxi region. And this region is rich in coal deposits. So Inner Mongolia region and the Sangxi region is rich in coal deposits. If you look at this part of China, this part of China has also the iron ores. So iron ore and coal deposits both are present. That is why this entire region is highly industrialized with respect to metallurgical industries. Okay. Now we know about India. This Chota Nagpur region of India. Chota Nagpur region. अगेन इंडिया के रिसोर्सेज को हम लोग बहुत डिटेल में देखेंगे, अभी सुपरफिशियल छोटा नागपुर रीजन, झारखंड, छत्तीसगढ़, उड़ीसा, those countries. So again, highly rich in coal deposits, especially the bituminous coal. India का 90 to 95% of coal is found in this region only. Yes. Then if you remember this Ural mountain range, a Ural mountain range, in the southern part of this Ural mountain range called Kuznesk, Kuznesk Basin, or books might also write Kujbas Basin. This region is again rich in coal deposits. Okay, so this region is again rich in coal deposits, and if you remember, over here we had drawn Sumatra. Sumatra is also rich in Sumatra, the island of Indonesia, is again rich in coal deposits. So these are the reasons where we have significant deposits of coal being present. Let's take the oil reserves. Oil reserves. Drawing the map again. Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran, Persian Gulf, Arabian Peninsula, then Egypt, then Israel, then Turkey. On the northern side, this Black Sea, Azov Sea, and all. Okay, over here, Caspian Sea, and this is Aral Sea. Okay, now let's see the oil reserves in Asia. So we know that this Middle East countries are famous for oil production. So this Persian Gulf is rich in oil reserves. Persian Gulf. So the most prominent country over here which is producing oil is Saudi Arabia. So Saudi Arabia has onshore as well as offshore reserves of oil. Reserves of oil. The famous oil field of Saudi Arabia is Ghawar oil field. If you can remember it is okay, otherwise you should know that Persian Gulf is rich in the oil reserves. After Saudi Arabia, and this region, if you know, this part is Iran. This country is Iran. This one. The second country near Persian Gulf, famous for oil production, is Iran. Yes. Then over here, the country is Iraq. This country is Iraq. Iraq is also famous for oil production. In fact, over here a small country, this one, this is a small country, if I change the color, this one is Kuwait. Kuwait has also significant reserves of oil. Significant reserves of oil. Okay, then if you know other country over here, this country is UAE. And if I draw the map properly over here, you realize that this country is Oman and this tip is also Oman. This tip belongs to Oman, as well as this southeastern country is also Oman, rather northeastern country. This country is Oman and this yellow country is UAE. So UAE has significant production of significant production of oil. UAE. Okay, the smaller countries, if I mark for you, they also produce oil. This entire Middle East is famous for oil. This country is Qatar, this country is Bahrain. Yep. And obviously this bigger country is Saudi Arabia, this one is Yemen. So Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, UAE, these are the countries which are famous for the production of oil in Asia. Then, if you remember, I told you that from this side the country was Georgia. And from Georgia, the next country we came across was Azerbaijan. So this country, Azerbaijan, यूरोप में भी हमने इस डिस्कशन को देखा था अजरबैजान का. दिस कैस्पियन सी का जो कॉन्टिनेंटल शेल्फ है across this Azerbaijan is again rich in oil and gas reserves. Oil and gas both. Azerbaijan का Caspian Sea offshore जो region है that is again rich in oil and gas reserves. Okay, then if you want some more oil reserves in Asia, Kazakhstan, if you remember, this country I told you is Kazakhstan. This bigger country is Kazakhstan till here. And this country has also significant deposits of oils, petroleum oil. Okay, so now let's move forward to the gas reserves. So if I use some different color for the gas reserve in this map only. So gas reserves for the gas, I think this color will not work. So the gas reserves, so in the gas reserves in Asia, Russia is the country, especially in Siberia part. The Siberian part of Russia has huge reserves of gas, natural gas being present. Russia का Siberian part, this entire Siberia is rich in gas reserves. Okay, then this part, the Persian Gulf is again having significant reserves of oil and gas both. So Persian Gulf. Similarly, Caspian Sea region, especially the continental shelf of countries such as Azerbaijan, अभी हमने देखा था तुर्कमेनिस्तान, तुर्कमेनिस्तान। तुर्कमेनिस्तान, यहां से यहाँ पे पामीर नॉट है और यहाँ पर कहीं अफगानिस्तान. This country is Turkmenistan. If you remember, this country is Turkmenistan, and in between this country was Uzbekistan. This country was Uzbekistan, and below Uzbekistan is Turkmenistan. So Azerbaijan, Turkmenistan, including Uzbekistan, they are rich in oil reserves. If you remember, Tapi pipeline project, Tapi pipeline project, which started in 2015. Its construction started in 2015. It includes countries Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan and India. जिस पे ऑलरेडी काम शुरू हो गया है. तो आइडिया इज कि a pipeline is to be installed so that कि सेंट्रल एशियन रीजन से, तो दिस सेंट्रल एशियन रीजन, कैस्पियन सी रीजन से we can transport the gases, the natural gas, Tapi pipeline के through. So Turkmenistan has significant reserves of gas. Okay, so these are the areas which have significant reserves of oil and gas. Okay, let's say the uranium is also significantly available in Asia. तो थोड़ा सा uranium deposits देख लेते हैं. So with respect to uranium deposits, फिर से मैप ड्रॉ कर लेते हैं पहले. This is Black Sea. This is obviously Azov Sea. Over here we have Caspian Sea and Aral Sea. Now let's see the uranium deposits. So you must have heard of the country called Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan is among the largest producer of uranium in the world. Kazakhstan is among the largest producer of uranium in the world. So Kazakhstan ka location, if you see, this part I showed you, this part was Kazakhstan, north of Aral Sea and east of Caspian Sea. Over here will come across Mongolia, and this part is China and this part is Russia. So this Kazakhstan has significant deposits, reserves of uranium. So after Kazakhstan, this country below it, Uzbekistan, if you know, this country, Uzbekistan, Uzbekistan, this one, this one. They are famous for uranium deposits, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan. If you know, certain parts of India have also, there's Rajasthan, then Andhra Pradesh, and in fact in Jharkhand also you'll find significant deposits of uranium. So this is Rajasthan, Jharkhand, and this part is Andhra Pradesh. So India has also significant reserves of uranium. Okay, then China has also, you know, deposits of significant deposits of uranium. This sea, if you remember, this sea is बोहाई सी. अभी थोड़ी देर पहले डिस्कस किया बोहाई सी. We discussed in the last video rather. So बोहाई सी, this one is Yellow Sea obviously, and then this is the East China Sea. So west of Bohai Sea, this region of China is called Xinjiang province. Xinjiang region. And this Xinjiang region in China has again abundance of uranium deposits. Okay, so this Xinjiang region, and this region, if you remember, Inner Mongolia, this region, Inner Mongolia. So Xinjiang plus Inner Mongolia in China, they are rich in uranium deposits. Okay, now let's figure out the metallic, the most important metallic resource, iron. So, iron ore in Asia, iron steel industry. With respect to iron and steel, China is the largest producer. That means China के पास iron ore significantly higher quantity में होगा. तो let's see that कि किस region में है. So before that, we'll again draw this map. This is Vietnam region, then moving further Cambodia, Thailand, Gulf of Thailand, then this Malaysia, Singapore, Myanmar, you know, then Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran, Persian Gulf, Egypt, Israel, Turkey. This is again Turkey. This upper portion is Azov Sea, then Black Sea. All these things we have already discussed in detail. And over in this part. Yep. Okay, so let's see the iron ores of Asia. So as I said, China is the largest producer of uh, iron steel, but not the iron ore. But let's see the areas in China where iron ore would be present significantly. So if you remember this one, I said Mongolia. So this part of China, I told you, is known as Shanxi or Sangxi region. This entire part. So it is rich in iron ore. In fact, this part is known as Henan, and below this is Hubei. So this East China Sea region, this East China Sea region is rich in iron ore, has significantly large deposits of iron ore. Coming to India, if you see Odisha and Jharkhand along with Chhattisgarh, means near Chota Nagpur plateau again, we have huge deposits of iron ore. So Chota Nagpur region in India, again significantly large deposits. If you remember this part, Karnataka, Kannada part, Western Ghat में, if you have heard of Baba Budan Hills, Chikmagalur district of Karnataka, again rich in iron ore, iron deposits. Okay, then come to Russia. Russia, में this part of Russia, which is called Far East district of Russia, is again rich in iron ore, so called Far East district of Russia is rich in iron ore. Okay, so these are the areas where we have significantly high deposits of iron ore being present. So obviously iron ore ka presence will help in the development of iron and steel industry, the growth of iron and steel industry, and subsequently many other industries will grow. You know, the automobile industry and many other things. So if you see this eastern part of China, which is rich in iron as well as coal, and this is one of the reasons why China is highly developed with respect to the manufacturing industry, because coal and iron both are locally available. Okay, now let's see another very important uh, resource, gold, which is found in Asia. So if I draw it here only, so this is iron, and for gold I'll use this yellow color. Gold deposits in Asia. So when it comes to gold deposits in Asia, again China is the largest producer of gold. China is the largest producer of gold in the world. So by chance, this region, if you know, this region is Xinjiang region. If you remember, Xinjiang region, अभी हमने थोड़ी देर पहले बात किया था. So this Xinjiang region plus Henan region. Below this one is Henan. So this region is rich in gold. Xinjiang and Henan region of China is significantly rich in gold. Then, luckily, this region, the Far East region of Russia, has again gold. So this region has gold deposits as well. Far East region of Russia. Then, if you remember Indonesia over here, this is Sumatra, over here Java, and then Banda Islands and all. Over here, if you remember, is Borneo Island. Borneo Island. Sumatra is rich in gold, Borneo is rich in gold, Java is rich in gold, and in fact, Papua New Guinea, this part of Indonesia, is also rich in gold deposits. So these are the regions in Asia where we have significant amount of gold deposits, and the white marking is showing the deposits of iron ore. Okay, so this is about the resources of Asia. If you have any doubt, you can write it in the comment section. We can take up those things later on. And next video will start with the Australia, the concept of Australia, what is called Australasia, and then Oceania. Thank you so very much. See you in the next session.